here with another person coming to our studio. Can you tell us who you are and what you do?
Yes, my name is Wesley. I am a marketing officer, and I'm also on a digital marketing apprentice. So yeah.
Awesome. Let's talk about sales and marketing then. So you're a digital marketer. What's big? What's interesting in digital marketing at the moment?
I would say what is big is dark social. So dark social is basically what goes on that isn't directly in front of your face. So like on your social medias, your Instagrams, your LinkedIn, you can see, the posts and such, and those garner responses and engagement. But there's also another side to that, the flip side, which is, your one-to-one connections, your chats that you have with employers or employees that go on behind the scenes that also contribute to additional engagement that you can't track traditionally to find out where it originated from.
So an example of that might be like a WhatsApp group.
Yes,
that maybe you don't either have control of or know about, but your brand, your company.
So say my brand or company, the company I work for and represent, they provide apprenticeship services and upskilling for current and new workforces. Say if there was a link for that organisation or the organisation I work for in that WhatsApp group, then that would be a form of dark social, because it's bringing the people that are on that group chat towards the website or the LinkedIn post for them to like or share, but it's not so obvious the trail to where they found it.
I think maybe dark social needs a bit of a rebrand, because it sounds...
I know, it sounds ominous.
I think actually a lot of it is bad, right? Because there is a big problem in lots of places where there's like huge WhatsApp groups that like share negative information or start fires over issues and things like that. So there is quite a bit of that, but I guess in the social care sector, like there is quite a few big WhatsApp groups with different people in them that talk about different things, that share information that if you're not in the group, it's just not privy to.
Yeah.
So I think it's really. So is there a way you can, as a company, like, what can you do about it? Do you just have to kind of accept it exists?
Somewhat yes, somewhat no, because you would be breaking a lot of data protection rules if you were to, say, eavesdrop or snoop into someone's one-to-one connection.
Yeah.
Like, if me and you made a chat, you can't have someone else come in and look, because that would be a breach on our privacy. So you have to take it with a grain of salt. But there are ways to kind of close that circle down. Like there's certain softwares that can do that for you, but it's not as finite as most would want it to.
I guess it's like old school word of mouth, right? Like you're not necessarily privy to what's happened in that conversation, but you know that your customers, your suppliers, your team advocate for you in one-to-one situations, and I suppose that's a similar thing. So actually, for all of it's like that's new and trending digital, actually it's quite old school in its function, right?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah, it's really interesting to see that kind of almost go full circle, right?
Yeah.
Like almost go full circle in that thing. Anything else that sticks out to you in marketing?
I'd like to talk about maybe like apprenticeships.
Yeah, cool.
I don't know if they get enough, visual as they should. Like I said previously, I'm a digital marketing apprentice and have been now at the organisation I work for is called eTrain. So I've been there now for a year, and I've loved it. It's been quite fulfilling, learning new skills, talking to people, learning how to do tasks and such. It's been really, really great, because typically what your parents tell you is that uni is the way to go and so forth, and if you don't go uni, then you're not really progressing career-wise. But I would like to differ and say that you can also find other avenues such as apprenticeships.
Is it the apprenticeship you're doing, is it sort of a traditional apprenticeship, or is it one of these new degree apprenticeships that are coming out?
It is, I'd say traditional. How do you mean traditional?
Well, I guess where, you know, I'm in my late 30s.
I see.
So
I wouldn't have guessed.
Yeah,
I would not
okay,
have
thank you. Apprenticeship when I was 16, 17, 18 was like, you go and learn to be a car mechanic.
I see.
Or a chef.
Yeah.
Something like that, right? Like a trade based. And now, like, newer ones are more digital, but there is, so one of the team that works for another company I'm involved in is going to work for a big food company doing a degree apprenticeship. So it's like you're doing a degree, but it's in the format of an apprenticeship, so it's like you're paid to be there and get your degree at the same time.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
So and I guess you're doing an apprenticeship, which is like, you don't get a degree at the end of it, but you get the year.
In my case specifically, I'd get certifications that shows like my level of competence in digital marketing, and as well as that, I'd also get paid a decent salary. I think it's just above the national minimum. I'm not sure for my age, but do check that. But yes.
And so, how do you think the care sector can make better use of apprenticeships?
I think they should just, like how I'm being, just being a bit more verbal with them and a bit more visual with them, I'd say, for better words. Like just having them more at the forefront. Yeah. Because I don't think they get enough, publicity and engagement, and someone may need that publicity to decide what it is.
Cool. I've got one final question for you.
Yes.
It's a big one. What's your favourite alternative milk?
Alternative milk? You're asking a previous barista that.
Okay. Well, interesting. Well, so I own a coffee shop.
Coffee shop?
So I own a coffee shop.
You
so
do?
yeah, I can steam some milk. I struggle with the latte art.
Yeah.
But I mean, oat milk does steam well.
Soya's alright.
Soya's alright. What's your personal favourite?
Festival? Oh no, favourite. Well, it is kind of festive. It's nutmeg.
Nutmeg?
But at the coffee shop that I will not disclose, they only had that in the seasonal period. So it was only like a limited edition. And when it was out, everyone loved it that came. So it would always sell out really quick. So nutmeg.
Nice.
I'd say that.
That's a new one. Right. Well, thank you very much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
It's been great to speak to you.
Likewise.